I'm battling my way through the high mountains of northern Scotland. I've descended fast down a steep scree run, but the lower slopes are a nightmare of loose boulders.
Just have to slow it right down when you hit these bigger stuff again. You're right, that was crazy close. You get hit by one of those just that big, it's going to kill you, let alone that size. That's why really the golden rule of rockfall, you've got to have eyes on it. You want to see what's coming your way so you can get out of the way. Too close. Okay, let's get off this boulder field and get down to the bottom of the valley here.
Moving through mountainous terrain takes its toll on your energy levels, and it has to be replaced. Now you must start the search for food.
There's a small lake, and that's really your chance to find some food. Come on, let's go down to this. The whole landscape is just so windswept. You know, there's very little sustainable food here. But when you find a lake like this, you've got to use it. You know, it's going to have fish in here. It's just trying to work out a way of getting them. Just keep moving around. Look, you see there's a natural choke point between these two lakes. Create a funnel between them that the fish will use.
Using natural formations in the landscape saves energy and time. Positioning these boulders across the choke point will force the fish through a narrow entrance. All I have to do then is place a net I found on the shore across the gap.
I want to keep this really simple. Fold this back on itself and effectively make like a bag. A nice big opening here so the fish can swim in. Need to tie the sides together.
The scraps of cordage I scavenged from the beach will do the job nicely.
Okay, that's the sides sewn up together. And then a stone at the front, like that. Just use some of this heather just to hold the bag open.
Net's in place, now to drive the fish towards it.
All I'm doing is trying to create loads of mayhem and splash so the fish don't enjoy it. I want to get away from it and swim that way towards the trap. And really, this is just a very simple old poaching technique. Catching fish efficiently. Fish efficiently. No pun intended. No, there's one. Let's keep him moving. No. The reality of fishing without a rod and line is you've got to improvise, you've got to be persistent. I always like the story of the great Scottish warrior, Robert Bruce. And after he was beaten by the English, he sat in his cave. And the story goes he watched his spider climbing up and down this spider web, endlessly falling but getting back up. And really, that's the heart of survival. You just got to keep trying and trying again until you succeed. Come on, finish! Look, there's one in here. Let's just get this bag up. You see that? There's another one at the back as well. Let's get this bag onto shore. One with... Okay, that's a result, 2 fish. And really, if you're hungry, a little trout like that, it's fine to eat raw. You know, all freshwater fish are edible. And when you're in an environment as pristine as up here, you know, you're fine, really. You want to take the head off, and then take the guts out. And then you can just munch into that. And that's as fresh as you're ever gonna get. Good energy. Oh man, that's good. Well, that was worth doing, eh? Huh. Well. Okay.
Moving through this sort of terrain at night carries a high risk of injury. Lost and alone, even a sprained ankle out here could spell disaster. But as night approaches, you need to divert your focus onto making camp. And there's one plant that grows in abundance here, which guarantees a more comfortable night.
Good old Scottish thistle. You know, use all the fluff inside this. It's good tinder for a fire.
People have tried to eke out a living here for centuries. Many have failed, but traces of their lives are still scattered over the landscape.
Here, look, check this out. Some wood from something man-made. It's gonna make good firewood anyway. Hang on, look, it's from that. See that poking out? Looks like an upturned boat. Well, I'm not gonna be going anywhere in a hurry. This old boat looks completely trashed, but it might make a good shelter for the night. Yeah, it's got a good windbreak here. Maybe brace this up a bit. I'll sleep underneath that. And then whatever I don't use, I'll just have as firewood. The thing is, this landscape, you know, it's so barren, it just gives you nothing. You know, I've hardly seen any trees at all. If you find this sort of thing, you want to use it. Okay, try and get some peat.
The boat is too far gone to offer me any protection from the rain, but there's one natural resource that is common all over boggy areas like this that will help to keep me dry: peat.
I should just be able to peel this stuff back. And, you know, this is what crofters, the Scottish people who've lived off the land for centuries, it's what they would use for fuel and for shelter. Just take big chunks of it, like this, back for my roofing.
The peat's not waterproof. In fact, it soaks up water like a sponge, but it takes so long for the rain to work its way through that it makes an ideal roof for a temporary shelter.
That's really gonna keep it dry and warm under there. Just have a feeling looking at that sky that I'm going to be pretty grateful for this insulation and this waterproofing. That to me looks like a storm coming. I can already feel the rain.